Vipassana is a technique which consists of sitting down, closing your eyes, and observing your breathing. Breathing must be natural, and you simply have to observe it. That is it. You do not have to do anything else. You will sit and watch your breath with your eyes closed. In the last video, the speaker talked about observing the thought generated by the third and fourth chakra. In this video, the speaker will start from the fifth chakra, Vishuddha. The fifth chakra concerns morality and immorality. The thought generated by this chakra confers morality and immorality. Generally, people who belong to any religion can never go behind the fifth chakra. In fact, if you think about it, all religions divide things into moral and immoral. They have rules to follow that dictate what is moral and what is not. But this is only superficial truth. In fact, what is moral today, in the past, was immoral. What is moral for one religion is immoral for another. For one civilization, one thing is immoral, and for another society, it is perfectly moral. The truth is that immorality exists solely because morality exists. Morality exists because immorality exists. They are two sides of the same coin. It is not for a meditator to decide what is moral and what is not. A meditator is not moral or immoral. He simply observes. A meditator does not judge a society as moral or immoral. He simply observes it. A meditator does not judge his thought as moral or immoral. He simply observes it. When you are sitting to meditate and an immoral thought comes, do not repress it, follow it, do not judge it. Keep observing the breathing and the immoral thoughts. If the mind begins to judge the immoral thought, you begin to follow the judgment without forgetting the breath. The judgment of this thought will be moral. Do not consider it better than immoral thinking. It makes no sense to consider it better, because immoral thinking exists because moral thinking exists. Eliminate morality and you will have eliminated immorality. About this topic of morality and immorality, there is a story that tells the meeting between Lao Tzu and Confucius. Confucius is a man whose philosophy is based on morality, while Lao Tzu is an enlightened master, thus transcending both morality and immorality. Confucius went with his disciples to visit Lao Tse. Lao Tse lived in the forest in a cave. Confucius entered the cave alone. He had ordered his disciples to wait from him outside. He would have met Lao Tse alone. It took only a few minutes of dialogue between the two to make Confucius escape out of the cave and reach his disciples, who were waiting outside. When the disciples saw Confucius, they could not believe their eyes. Their teacher was shivering and sweating cold. The disciples told their teacher, "You meet kings, princes, and we have never even seen you look down in front of men who could have had you killed in seconds. Instead, it took a few minutes for Lao Tse, older than you and physically weak, to reduce you to this state." Confucius answered to his disciple, "Never go near Lao Tse. He is a dragon. In seconds, he can destroy everything you know, and in minutes, he can completely destroy your mind. He will drive you crazy. Now, let's run away from here. No one dares to come back here." People who do good exist exclusively because there are people who do evil. People who do evil exist because there are people who do good. A saint exists because the sinner exists. Hell exists because heaven exists. Death exists because life exists. Eliminate the good and you will have eliminated the evil as well. People think they have a choice, but they do not really have one. Man can neither think nor speak, nor move as freely as he believes. He is a puppet, pulled here and there by invisible strings. If he understood it, he could learn more about himself, and maybe then things will start to change for him. All this to make you understand that judging morality and immorality make no sense. When you have observed this movement of thought between morality and immorality within you, without judging and without division, you will have transcended the fifth chakra. The fifth chakra is in correspondence of the throat. For the speaker, this was the chakra that took the longest time to be transcended. Besides Vipassana, yoga can also be useful for transcending this chakra. Among the religions, yoga is the only religion capable of transcending the fifth chakra. Vipassana is useful from a psychological point of view, while yoga is useful from a physical point of view. Combining the two spiritual sciences can help a lot, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. Your day will be completely busy. For yoga to work, you must start before age 35 and practice it for at least 3 hours a day. Vipassana needs to sit for a minimum of 3 hours a day to have results. When the speaker talks about yoga, he is mainly referring to Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga consists in the physical exercise. The speaker will talk about yoga in another video. Those who practice Vipassana should not practice pranayama and no breathing control during the practice of asanas, that is, the practice of yoga position. To be able to observe the fifth chakra, that is, the moral and moral thought, you will have to get rid of conscience. Conscience is primarily based on morality and immorality. Conscience is imposed by the society in which a person grows up. If you rebel against the society you grow up in, nothing will change from a spiritual point of view. A spiritual person does not rebel, but observes. A meditator does not react. The moment you react, you have identified with the thought. If a society teaches you to be moral and you move into immorality by rebellion, you will still be stuck in the fifth chakra. Do not be moral, but neither be immoral. You have to live in awareness. Until the seventh chakra opens, you cannot make any decision on your own. Any decision you make will be a reaction. The reaction means that you are not in control of yourself, but you are in the hands of others. For example, a person offends you. You decide to react. This is reaction. It is not an action decided by you, but it is a consequence of an action initiated by someone else. To be continued. Thank you for listening.